everyone. Welcome to the Hypergamous Journey, and I am on a roll today. So I watch Pop the Balloon reviews by Tony Gaskins. I am subscribed to his channel. He gives good insight on the male psyche, and then I come give you my take and share my experiences on what he says. And so far he's been spot on. He's a man, so he should be, right? So I've been watching his reviews of Pop the Balloon, and something that I've noticed that did not occur when I was dating and all the previous generations before. And that is when the hosts, Arlette Amulu, the host of Pop the Balloon, asks the contestants what they're looking for. I have noticed a pattern that they say somebody who loves the Lord and religion, and they're Christians, mostly Christians come up and all of that, which is good. But what they say is somebody who has good hygiene. Good hygiene. I never heard such a requirement in dating, that someone would actually mention they have to have good hygiene. I never heard of such. And what I think it is, and this is just me giving my opinion, that people are saying, the person has to have good hygiene. To me, that's a given. Why we have to say that? But in today's time, you really have to say that, because this is what I've noticed. Men and women, but particularly men who wear locks. Remember back in the day, we used to call them dreadlocks, but they was like, that's not a good name for them because there's nothing dreadful about wearing locks. So we dropped the dread, and now we're doing just the name locks. They stink. And I'm not saying everybody who wears locks, their hair stink. But when I see that the locks have not been redone at the root or the scalp, and they look fuzzy, they stink. That has been my experience. When the locks are not done, they stink. They stink. And I don't care if it's men or women, when the locks are not done, they smell. However, I've noticed that more men have stinking locks than women. More men have locks that do not smell good than women. More men have stinky locks. Another thing, the weave. Now, it's just the weave. I haven't smelled anybody's hair stinking with wigs, but weaves. When women wear their weave too long, they've been in the club, they smoke weed, they smoke cigarettes, all of that stinky stuff gets stuck in the weave. And, it looks disheveled. I don't care how they comb it and try to brush it down. It still looks disheveled, like they need a new one. That stinks. I've also noticed that people don't go to the dentist like they should, especially men. They don't go to the dentist like they should. It might have something to do with lack of health insurance, lack of health coverage, working for themselves, and they aren't able to really just yet afford health insurance and dental insurance. But I've seen a lot of men and women, but particularly men, with plaque on their teeth. Plaque, when you can see plaque on a person's teeth, you know they haven't been to the dentist in a long time. When you can see plaque. So that that's what I've noticed. I was like, these people are putting good hygiene as part of a requirement of what they're looking for in a person. And when I was growing up and dating, and even today, it's a given that you're going to have good hygiene. It's a given that you're going to have good hygiene. But people are saying it's a requirement and one of the things that they're looking for in a partner. I am floored. I'm floored that is what is a requirement and what people are looking for rather than a given. It's crazy to me. And that's what I think why they say good hygiene, because people are wearing locks and not being and they're not clean and regularly shampooing and conditioning their hair, and or going to the salon that specializes in locks and the health and care of them. So that's another thing. And then women holding on to their weave too long so that all of the scents and smells of, sweat working out at the gym or perspiration working out at the gym and going to places where cigarettes and these hookah lounges where they have cigars and cigarettes and weed being smoking and different perfumes, because now women, when they spray perfume, they spray it all over and stuff like that. So you got that problem. So I think that's what it is when people say they're looking for someone with good hygiene. Let me know in the comments what you think. But you can smell a stinky weave from where you don't even have to be that close to the person. You can smell a stinky weave and you can smell stinky locks. And anybody, and as a matter of fact, it doesn't even have to be that. When I used to make my own hair gel from flax seeds, boiling flax seeds and squeezing out the gel and stuff, my own hair would start to smell sour if the flaxseed was sour, and it only lasted a couple of days. Maybe I was missing some preservative or something in it to make it last longer. I'm not sure. But if you make your own hair gel or other hair products, even that can make your hair smell if it's rank or going bad when you put it in your hair. So that's my take on this hygiene thing. But I've noticed that as a pattern in Pop the Balloon, when the contestants say what they're looking for in a man, they put hygiene in there on a regular basis. And I'm thinking, that's a given. What is going on in the world today? And some of these guys, you can tell the ones that smoke a lot of weed, they do look like they haven't had a bath in a month. They look like they haven't had a bath in a month, and you can smell the old weed in their hair if they have locks, or on their clothes. I just feel like if you smoke a lot of weed, your sense of time is collapsed, and you really don't know when was the last time you had a bath, you ate, or anything like that. It just really dulls your senses. That's what it does. It dulls your senses, and people think that they look, all well and put together. But I can tell a weed smoker and a heavy drinker from a mile away, and I'm sure you can too. So let me know in the description if you think that this is true for you in your observation as well. And don't forget, I'll be having the coffee social for singles 50 and older on Saturday, May 17th. The link is in the description and in one of these corners of the video. And thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, click on the notification bell so that you'll be made aware of my next video that is uploaded for you to watch at your leisure. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.